everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we have day 18 of our July craft challenge, so let's jump into it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. On today's video we have day 18 of the July craft challenge, and I thought we would get out another one of the 12x12 paper pads. This one is called Focus on the Good and it's from Craft Sensations. I picked this one up from the range and I will link into the description box the craft haul that I picked this up from. I've not used this pad yet, so this will be the first time, but I really like the colours on this. I think they're beautiful. So let's jump into it. If this is your first video with us and wonder what's going on, we decided that we wanted to challenge ourselves throughout the month of July to make a card a day to use up our craft products. We are on day 18 and so far I've been pretty good and I've remembered to do this and upload every day. I know some of you guys are following along and joining in, and that's absolutely amazing. There's no pressure though, so if you miss a day, that's absolutely fine. We just really wanted to get using some of our products and show you what we do as well. They are, for this paper pad, they are double-sided. And I just don't know which one I want to use. I feel like that may be a very good starting point. Just so I know what colours I want to use on it. There was a sheet of fussy cuts. Does that have... You'll find that I talk to myself. So there's a sheet of fussy cuts, but it doesn't actually have any sentiments on there. And I feel like I would really like something with a sentiment in, as much as I think that is absolutely beautiful. Let me cut two of these out. So I'm just going to grab my Crafter's Companion guillotine cutter. Ooh, it's my absolute favourite. And I'm just going to cut out these two. I'll save this sheet with the others for later. What I always do is after the video I go back and cut all of those elements out so I can use them for another day. But these two are my favourite and I just don't know which one to pick from. What's in the back of this? Mind you, that's quite nice too. You are wonderful. Let's get those three out and let's see what I want to match it with. See, I think that would be quite nice. There's that one too though. I've had an idea of a type of card I really want to make for you guys. And I've never made this style before, but it involves a lot of different mats. So it may be a slightly longer video than I usually do. But hopefully it will be worth it. Right, let me start pulling some of these papers out. So I really like that one and the one with like the confetti style, I guess. Oh. So let's pull those ones out. Not the dark confetti, I think that would be too dark for what I want to do. But then I like the back of this one. And then yeah, I really like this one too. Now I know I'm going to make it on a 6x6 card because I need the room. But what I am thinking is, save that one for later, is something like this on the back piece, this laid up on top, this laid up on a 6x6 card, with then a strip of this orangey colour along the bottom as like a border runner type thing, followed by a strip of this on top of that, with then one of these on top. I quite like that green against it. I think that contrasts it nicely. I think something like that may become lost, and so could that one. So let's get cutting. Cut first. Right. So I know I'm going to use a 6x6 card blank, but I do want a slight white border around the edge this time, as opposed to filling it up completely like I normally do. So I think if I cut this at roughly the 5.5 mark, that would give me in theory 1/4 of an inch of white around my card. So let's go 5.5 for this one. And all of my scrap pieces are kept. I put them back into the 12x12 paper pads and use them for another project later. Then the orange, I want a similar size border, so I'm going to go for 5 inches by 5 inches, 5 by 5 for the initial mat and layer. So that will go on like so. But then I need a piece that's going to be 6 inches. Is that going to do it? Yeah, it's going to be a bit long, but that's okay because I can use that as a trim piece instead. Now, I don't really want this to be too wide. I think if I go for this 2.25, move that out of the way, then this one is going to be my piece that goes on the big mat. So we did the last one at 5, so if I do this one at 4.5, by 4.5. So then we have this that will go onto this mat, which will then sit onto this. Which will then sit on my card. And then if we have that, I think that may be too wide. Let's have a look. What did I cut this at again? I think if I come in at 2.5. That's better. And then I want a strip of this that's going to come in at 2. I'll cut this a little bit longer than the 6 so that I know I have some room to cut that off. Then this topper will sit in nicely over the top. I don't think I'm going to do any gold mirror mats on this, which I know is unusual. In fact, I'm going to trim a little bit off this, which I know is super duper unusual for me. I normally like to put a bit of glitter in my cards, but because of how many mats are already in this using the papers, I think if I add any more, I will run the risk of losing some of the detail out of some of them, which I don't really want to do. So, flip this to the full. All I'm doing is trimming off the tiny slither, but it will make a huge difference to the card. There we go. Right, so I'm going to start popping these layers together before I actually attach it to my card. And then that way, if I make a mistake, I've only ruined the paper and not the card blank too. Not that I will make a mistake, but you never know. harder than normal to pull off. There we go. So that's those ones. Then I'm just going to attach this to this one. And then mess the end up. And then what I am going to do, which is unusual for me, but I'm going to do it on this one, is I'm going to just put a little bit of wet glue on this as well. Purely because I know that this particular set of mats is definitely going to be too big for my card. And what I don't want to happen is when I trim it off, there be no adhesive on the edges of this, because then it will give me like an open pocket, and that's not what I want. So I am going to put a little bit of wet glue. I'm just going to use this craft glue pen. I don't need a lot. I say as my fingers get stuck. Smoosh that out a little bit. Now that is going to sit on my card like that. Once I get my double-sided tape, that will flatten down, and as soon as that dries, you won't notice it anyway. And then that is going to sit on like that. Let me grab one of my 6x6 card blanks. So I use the Crafters UK Limited card blanks. I really like them and I think they're really good value. You can use any card blanks that you want. I just happen to really like these ones. So if I've got this right, I'm going to do it as a up and down opening card. Yep, there's a little white border, which is what I wanted. I didn't want too much. Perfect. Now, do I want that to be as big as the card or just as big as my topper? I think I just want that big as my topper, and then continue to have the white border all the way around. So I may actually stick this onto here right now. Now I know that this is going to have both ends trimmed, but I don't like the way this paper has reacted to that wet glue, so I don't want to put any more on there. So I'm just going to put loads. In fact, have I got a wider one? Hold on guys, I'm using quite a thin one there, and I may have one wider. What have we got? That's foam tape, foam tape, foam tape. There we go. This is a wider one, this is going to be quicker. Don't like starting a new roll, but I've been able to cover that surface far quicker than I would have done using this one. That's not going to fit, so there we go. And then I'm going to take my scissors and cut these bits off. There we go. And then I'm going to take this one up. I put some extra tape on this just because we have got so many mats in here. Don't want this to fall off my card later. Not that it would, but just want to make sure. There we go. And then I'm going to take my topper and I'm going to attach this with my foam tape. That one seems to have been started, but a couple of little bits on here. Oh, let's just rip that off. Oh, dear me. Looks like we're using the new one. This one's just rip it. Oh, there we go. I'm not entirely sure why it's done that. I'll put some other on. Don't worry, guys. But this is going to do the job for the middle sections. And there we go. That is today's card for the card challenge, and that's been made purely out of a few sheets of a 12x12 paper pad. I think that looks absolutely beautiful, and I think I'm going to try and make some more of these ones. I love the way that those colours sit and the way that topper pops out. I haven't put a sentiment on here. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't think cards need them. Sometimes people just want to buy a card that is just because, like, there's no real reason to buy it, and if there's a sentiment that just doesn't match the occasion they want it for, they may not buy it. So I'm going to leave it like that. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Has this inspired you to get out your 12x12 paper pads? Sometimes I can find them a little bit daunting. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with them, so I'm definitely trying to use them more for this craft challenge. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit that subscribe button, press the like and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope we'll see you again tomorrow for our next day in the July craft challenge. Bye for now.